Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. It's me, the Blade Gamer, of course, and last time we entered the Dodongos Cavern and got several side quests done, including getting 3 Skulltulas, and selling a mask, and, or returning a mask, returning rupees for the mask we borrowed, I should say, and, I don't remember if I already said we entered the Dodongos Cavern, so... yeah, I'm having a lot of fails this recording session. And, yeah, I'm just trying to have fun now that Dompe's minigame is over. Because Dompe's minigame really sapped the joy out of that recording session for me. Anyway, what you're going to want to do is grab this statue of an Armos Knight and push it onto this blue pressure switch. These blue switches require you to put something that weighs the same as Link or more on top of them. The yellow or gold switches, whatever you prefer calling them, it doesn't matter if you step on them or push something on... well, actually, I don't know if you can put something on them, but it doesn't matter if you put something on top of them, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so when you enter here, you will see two... I can't remember if these are Dynafulse or Lizafulse. Let me look real quick. Okay. Lizafulse, okay, so it's like Stalfos, but with lizard. Stalfos are skeleton knights. These aren't too hard, but after you hit them a few times, they will jump around and switch with the other Lizafulse. So, yeah, just be careful. Alright, so it's going to be helpful to have the Hyrule Shield here because they cannot hurt you when you're using the Hyrule Shield, or defending with the Hyrule Shield while fighting against them. With the Deku Shield, I believe they can still hurt you, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, you want to wait for them to attack you before you start attacking them back. And, yeah, so... we got one down, one left. Might as well go to the platform he's on to save some time. Alright, so we got both of them down fairly easily, and that will unlock the door. Now there's going to be 2 Lizafulse mini-bosses in this dungeon. If I'm not mistaken, we want to exit this door. I'm going to check these jars real quick and see if... yeah, they have hearts. Alright, so now I don't have to worry about health too much. Alright, so right here is one of the cooler areas of this dungeon. And right here are regular Dodongos. Now, in order to defeat them, you have to attack their tails. This can be difficult at times, depending on how good you are at the game, but they will breathe fire if you are in front of them or after you attack them. So, you're going to want to be careful. It takes 4 or 5 hits to defeat one, and when you do defeat one, they do blow up like the baby Dodongo, so you're going to want to be careful. Right over here, I believe, will be another Deku Shop merchant. I forgot what this one sells you. I think maybe Deku sticks. But yeah, I don't need anything he has. That's just in case you guys need it for some reason. Alright, so now we want the Deku sticks again. We can just ignore the Dodongos. And what we're going to want to do is light these torches on fire. There are 4, if I'm not mistaken. There's one right there in the middle of those 2 pillars, so you're going to want to pay attention. There's 3 actually, so yeah. Anyway, that's all there is to this room. It's a cool looking area, but it's completely easy. Alright, so when you push this switch, it will open the gate across the room. So tell me guys, what do you think of my LP of this game so far? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think this game's completely overdone? Do you think I'm making this game unique enough to where it's interesting, or am I just really failing at it? I'd like your opinions on it, because I love the Zelda series, and I want to do all the games, and I figured, you know, I might as well do them all in order, since I did Wind Waker. Alright, so this is another cool game in this, or another cool room in this dungeon. You can do two things, but the first you're going to want to do is open up this door right here. And now we're going to enter this room. The door will lock behind us, but there's no enemies, or are there? So what you're going to want to do is grab a bomb flower and throw it in the middle of these statues. And these are called Armos Knights. They're similar to the ones in Wind Waker, except you use bombs on them instead of shooting arrows at them. Alright, so that one in the middle is the only Armos Knight that you have to defeat. And when you open the chest, you get a pretty cool treasure. You get the compass! So now we can see all the hidden treasures. Alright, so, I mean, I guess it's not that cool, but I like the compass. It's very useful. Alright, so you may be wondering, how can I progress any further? Well, you notice all these bombs around this giant pillar-like thing. So what you're going to want to do is grab a bomb flower and put it directly in the center. It has to be directly in the center for this to work. When it's in the center, all of the bombs will go off at the same time, which lowers a staircase. Now, it does not have to be, you know, like directly in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered. But it does have to be in between the two rows of bomb flowers for it to work. Alright, so now we want to climb up this staircase. Now, right through here, you'll see a giant hole, and there's a gold sculpture on the wall. However, you cannot get this unless you come back later in the game, or right after you defeat the main boss of this area and re-enter. So right here is a regular Skullwaltula, I should say. And up here will be another gold Skulltula. So the gold Skulltulas in this dungeon are pretty easy to find if you just explore every option you have. And that's all there is to it in this room. So now we want to enter this room. Now these are flaming keys, if I'm not mistaken, or fire keys, close enough. Now these will burn up your shield if you're using the Deku shield. Now I'm not going to demonstrate that, because what would be the point of failing on purpose? Well, I guess if you're trying to get more views and doing it illegitimately, but whatever. Anyway, so what you're going to want to do is grab this statue and push it out of the way to climb up the ladder. Now, if I'm not mistaken, a few of the other knights are actually, you know, Armos Knights, and you're not going to want to touch them or throw bombs at them, or they will awaken and you have to fight them. There's no need in fighting them, so I suggest not doing it. Alright, so more fire keys. So now we are on the upper floor of the Dodongos Cavern. And there's a bridge right here. You can just kind of ignore the fire keys. And we want to head through here. Now in this room, this can also be fairly difficult depending on how well you pay attention, but if you notice, there are some blades on the floor. Now basically they have a set movement, so there's nothing you do that triggers them, but you're going to want to be careful because they'll do not a hefty chunk of damage. I believe they do like half a heart maybe, so you're just not going to want to do it. Anyway, so right here is a block, so we're going to want to pull this out a little bit and climb up it. And we're going to want to jump up here. Now right up here is a small treasure chest with red rupee, that's pretty nice, and a bomb flower. So what you're going to want to try and do is throw the bomb flower up on that ledge where that blastable wall is, or hold on to the bomb flower till it's about to explode and throw it at the wall. I failed there. Bomb flowers take a while to explode, so I kind of underestimated. Alright, so that was easy enough. So now we want to jump to the ladder and climb up. Now, we're in this room, and this introduces ice switch puzzles. We've had one of these so far, if I'm not mistaken. So what you want to do is shoot the eye in the center, and it will remove the flame from the platform, so now you can jump across it. Here's some more baby Dodongos if you want to fight them. They're not really necessary. But yeah, so let's continue on. Now here is the second Lizaful's fight. They're pretty easy. This room you can fall down if I'm not mistaken, and when you fall to the first floor. So you're going to want to stay on one platform and be very careful when you do decide to jump. Alright, so we got rid of that one. That was easy enough. Alright, so easy. You know, they're not too hard of mini-bosses if you know their pattern pretty well. Alright, so we unlock this door. You can go all the way out there and get some hearts if you want to risk falling to the first floor, but I do not, so yeah, I'm going to enter here. So, we have another ice switch puzzle, not too hard. Shoot it. And you're like, wait, there's another platform. How am I supposed to get across it? Well, there's another ice switch, you know. So now they're showing how in some cases there's more than one eye that you need to worry about. Alright, so now we're back in the room with the spinning blades. Over there is the block where we threw the bomb. And now we want to jump across here and climb up here to get the main treasure of the dungeon. You found a bomb bag. Bomb bag is made from a Dodongo's stomach. You can hold up to 20 bombs and blow stuff up. What a lucky guy. I guess if you consider that lucky. Anyway, so that's the bomb. So now we don't have to depend on bomb flowers all the time, which is really nice. So now we're over. We're to a different side of the room. We're by the skull now. And we need to check out this for a clue. Giant dead Dodongo. When it sees red, a new way to go will be open. So that's implying that we need to do something to its eyes in order for them to glow red to open a new path. Now, we just got the bombs, and its eye sockets are open, so what could that mean? Well, basically, we want to drop eyes into the Dodongo's eye sockets, and it will make them glow red. Now, if you step on that switch, it will make the platforms go higher, so if you fall down on accident, you can just jump back on top of one of those and make your way back up. So now, this path is opened with the Dodongo's mouth. Alright, so now we're in sort of a mini maze type thing. There's some more fire keys. You don't have to fight them if you don't want to. But what you want to do is go across here. And I believe there may be some more baby Dodongos popping out in a moment. Or not. Alright, so right here is another puzzle room, similar to the blade thing. Not too hard. But you want to climb up here, and yeah. So you know, it's been a while since I played this, so I may mess up a time or two. But, yeah, right here is a mini room, which you're going to want to clear first, because it has a gold skulltula in it, and when you exit the room, the blocks that you need to push to get to the other block will reset. So basically, you'll waste a whole bunch of time if you don't clear this room first if you want gold skulltulas. Alright, so that is the last gold skulltula we can get in this dungeon for the time being. So what you're going to want to do is grab this block, pull it to where it's against this block right here. You want to climb it and push this block down. Now, you want to push this... Get out of here, Keese. Now you want to push this block all the way to that kind of alcove, all the way across the room. And it's a long and somewhat tedious process, but you know, what can you do? It's fun doing puzzles in Zelda games. So guys, have any of you gotten the new 3DS remake of Ocarina of Time? If so, how do you like it? I'm really curious as to if the controls are better than this version of the game or what. Anyway, so you want to push this block through. Not too hard. Let's see, where are we going with it? Alright, here is a fairy, which we already have one, so never mind. Oh yeah, we don't actually have to push this block anymore. We just needed it to get to this room. Alright, so do we have hearts to heal myself? Bombs will be helpful. Alright, so what you want to do is grab this block and push it into that hole in the floor that we saw earlier, which has a pressure switch in it. Anyway, did any of you guys hear about the 3DS price drop, dropping from $250 to, I believe, $170? That's pretty awesome. Right in time for the holiday season, too, so maybe for Black Friday, they'll release super bundles or reduce the price even more. That would be pretty awesome. Anyway, so now we want to enter this room. And now it's time for the boss. But before we fight the boss, we're going to want to open this treasure chest, which has some bombs in case you need some more. But unfortunately, guys, we've run out of time for this video. So, in the next episode, we will fight the boss of Dodongo's Cavern. What could it be? Who knows? This is the Blade Gamer. See you next time.